Hello for kids, this is day 86 of me playing chess every day until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. We have the game, we have the black pieces against a pretty strong opponent, and he opened the game with pawn to e4. Now I will play my trusted Caro-Kann defense. Of course, opening with the pawn to c6 is never a bad thing. Now I will play pawn to d5 on the next move. Knight f3 is not the main line needs to push with d4, but now I play d5 anyway. Now e5 is kind of the advanced variation without playing d4 right away, so I will simply develop with bishop f5, and now d4 has to be played. Anything else here is pretty much worse. I mean, you could try to play knight h4, exploiting that I haven't opened the diagonal to attack h4. So knight h4, bishop g6 takes, and d4 has to be played. But my opponent decides to play bishop e2 here, which is quite weird actually. Now I think just e6 and we will play c5 is if not d4 d4. So just e6. Now knight h4 cannot be played any longer because queen would simply take the free piece. Now d4 is of course the only move in the position that continues to go to the main lines actually. Anything else would be pretty much worse for white, I think, in this position. But I mean, castling, how can I exploit that d4 hasn't been played? Probably with c5 here. And if d4 I can simply take and then... Or maybe with a6 and then... No, I will just play c5 because I'm taking away the space in the center. Now d4 cannot be played that easily. If bishop b5, then you are simply running into knight c6 and you have moved your bishop twice in the opening, which is never a good thing to do. There are of course some exceptions, but bishop b5 is just weird here. There is c3 and d5 and d4. This might be okay. After c3, I can simply push with knight c6. I mean, play knight c6 and d4. Just takes, pawn takes, and knight e7 is a very normal Caro-Kann position. But you play d4 now, which brings me to a point that I wanna take and play knight e7, which is kind of the main line, but very weird main line. And then c4, knight c6, and if takes, then takes, and if takes, then takes. So of course I will take, which is the best move I think in the position. And after knight takes on d4, I don't move my bishop away. I simply play knight e7. If takes, I take with the knight. That's the idea. And if bishop b5, well, knight d7, and I'm completely fine. Or maybe knight c6 as well. Bishop b5, knight c6, and c4 doesn't look that great for me, but after a6 takes, I should be just completely fine. Queen a5, I play queen d7. This endgame should be at least slightly better for myself. I have the open c file, I have the semi file on the big line, the semi open file, excuse me. And now my opponent needs to make a decision here. Do you play pawn to c4? Do you take here? Do you play bishop e3? Do you play bishop d3? Do you play bishop b5? Do you play c3 with an idea of here? But then c4 is slightly better. I guess c4 is the best move by the computer, and my opponent plays it, which is of course a very natural move here. Now I am thinking about playing knight to c6 here. And if takes, then pawn takes, and should be slightly better. Wait a second. That's not that easy. And if takes, I cannot take like this because bishop b5 is forced queen d7 and I lose. Or queen a5, queen d7, and then bishop b5, doesn't matter. So I get this position quite often in my club. There is one person playing this non-stop, these c4 ideas in the advanced Caro-Kann. I still don't know what is the best way to punish that. And yes, maybe knight. I mean, not to punish, but the best way to play against it. Knight c6, then knight takes here is fine. If here I don't, if here maybe I don't take with the pawn, maybe I take with the knight, and then if here queen takes here and I castle, and I mean knight c6 has to be the move here. There is no other way, I think. You take like this, but now you are allowing me to take with the queen here and then take here, which should be winning for me. If you play knight b5, I take. Oh, knight b5 is interesting here. Hold on. Knight b5. I take the queen, the rook takes. So after here, knight b5, queen takes knight b5. I don't take your queen. I can't. But what can I do? There is also this move, but after d6, oh, there is takes. So here, um, queen takes, bishop b5. I take it. So yes, I will do that. I don't know why I thought to. Yes, you take with the queen. Now I go here, bishop b5 is nothing. Queen a5. I play knight c6. And if queen takes, simply knight takes. Although, and then there is bishop b5. So now I need to make a decision whether or not to take like this or to take with the knight. It's not that easy to determine what is the best. I might done this slightly worse than I should have. I'm not satisfied with my position, but it is what it is. Yeah? Although I can play f6 after knight takes, bishop b5, king e7. I can play f6 takes, and king f7, and that's just the way I would play this. Also, king d8 is not that weird, but I simply hate it. I mean, I cannot do that, yeah? Rook d1 here. No, king e7. King e7, a3 happens. But f6, I'm fine. Takes, and bishop a3, king f7. If takes, then rook takes, I'm fine. King e7. Playing the classic bomb cloud defense here. Putting my king in the center is always nice. And that will be the title of my video, the bomb cloud. I get it now. I like that. A3, bishop a3. I have f6. Otherwise, I would. I mean, b3 threatens mate here. This would simply be a mate. Or I could go to. I'm talking nonsense here. What is this move? I simply play f6 and what? You cannot go check because I take you with my knight. So this was just a mistake. Knight c3. I can take and then probably play king f7. And if takes, then it takes, and also a6 b5. The material is the same, and I have very active king, which is good in the middle game, late middle game, and early end game. Whether I mean, this is not an end game yet. It's a queenless middle game. Let's put it that way, and that's also fine. I mean, now f4, I guess it's the best move. After king f7, bishop here. I really don't think I have problems in my position. Okay, play rook e1, but of course I don't take here. I can simply play king f7. I'm playing this position very quickly because I think I know what I'm doing. King f7 cannot be a bad move. And it's also a rapid time control, so playing quickly might be good when we will be low on time, which is quite frequent. Bishop c4, I can play pretty much everything. I like the move rook d8 here. I like the move takes and then bishop d6. Oh, but if takes, then bishop takes, then here bishop b6. I don't hate that. Knight b6 is the other move, which I still don't like. I still think that. I mean, are you really threatening to take here? Is my question number one. And I think the answer is yes. After takes. Ugh. So rook d8 is very logical move. And if takes, then here. So I think I will do just that. Rook d8, maybe bishop here in the future, defending a son. You play knight c3, which is quite weird. Yeah? This allows me. I'm thinking right now, and I think I'm just winning here. What do you do after knight b6? Your bishop is attacked in this one as well. And you played that move in 3 seconds. Knight b6 wins the game on the spot. I think my opponent can resign after knight b6, but let me be sure. Hold on a second. There is no bishop a5. There is no... I mean, g4, I take it. Bishop e6, I take it with my bishop, perhaps. Knight d4, I take either of the pieces. I think this is just a double attack that should win the game. Actually, it's not a fork quite yet. I mean, it's not a fork. It's a counter attack, actually. But we can call it fork because, I mean, for obvious reasons. Knight b6, of course, attacks the bishop on c4, the bishop on d2, and yes, my opponent just resigns. My opponent just resigns the game because it is lost. It's game over. It was a very quick game, but that doesn't mean you should click off the video. I will analyze the game now. Extensive game review this will be because the game was slightly shorter, and now you have to pay attention in the code 4K class. Yes, I mean, I played with 90% accuracy, 91 if you will. My opponent played with 80. It was pretty okay game by me, nothing special. So let's see, e4, c6, and now knight f3. The best way to play is to play d4, d5, and then e5 if you are willing to play the advanced variation of the Caro-Kann defense. After bishop f5, now you play knight f3, e6, bishop e2. After knight d7, you castle, knight e7, and now you play knight d2, h6, knight b3, and g5. And I love playing this kind of positions. And this is what we get, me and Sophia in the club. Of course, Sophia always plays like c4 here or something. And then after bishop takes and knight b6, I think we had like 10 games in this position. And after bishop e2, I just play bishop g6 here. Knight c5 is always annoying because it attacks here. So what should I have done? Knight g6 is best. Not allowing here. Weird. So let's see what happened in the game actually. Knight f3, d5, and Sophia, if you are watching this, please don't prepare against me because I really hate your opening lines. So e5, bishop f5 is not the best move. The best move is to... I mean, are you seeing this? Bishop f5 is the best move by the computer Stockfish on depth 22. But game review says that it's not really a good move. I don't care. Bishop e2 and e6 is pretty okay. Now castles. But now here white needs to play d4, and this is the main line position. Where I would play knight d7, knight e7, h6, and g5. Now after my opponent castled, I played c5, and I'm not really allowing d4, although this happened in the game. After c takes on d4, which is a mistake, and it's +1 for white after knight e7. c4 and it's equal. Wait, bishop g5. What if I play like bishop g7? Oh, holy shit, then I cannot move the knight to defend d6. Okay, I get it, but what if I play queen d7? Knight c3, knight c6. Knight c b5. I take, you take. Wait, no, you don't take. Oh, knight d6, of course. So I play knight takes on e5. And I'm up a pawn, and after c4 takes, queen a4, and I'm lost. You know what the idea of queen a4 is? If I play h6, the idea is that you can play knight d6 and then take here, and I cannot take you because there is a pin in d8 here. Wait, no, there is a knight here. Excuse me. But yes, here the idea is queen a5 apparently. What about b6? Queen oh, this is a4. And I resign. Okay, but after c4 I'm fine. Takes, I take here and takes with the... Oh, wait, this is weird. Queen a4? I play here. Bishop f3, queen d7. Rook d1, queen c7. What's the problem? a6, I guess, stopping here. Oh, you can still play knight b5. So a6 is bad. Bishop c5. b4, bishop b6, I guess. And I'm lost. I mean, my opponent took, so now it's equal. Let's evaluate this endgame after knight takes pawn. After knight takes queen, excuse me. If I would take here, then my opponent would be better. So I guess this was the okay move here. Bishop b5, king e7 wasn't the best. Why not? My idea is f6, king f7, and I'm fine. So bishop d2. Bishop d2 was a very weird move. Why would you play bishop d2? What does it do? I mean, the idea here was to play maybe b3. Wait, this? Rook. Oh! Wait a second. I totally missed this tactic during the game. King d8. Rook b c1. If I take, it's apparently equal, but I'm up a piece. Oh, is my knight getting trapped? Oh, but I would never like to face this. Rook d8, I get it. After rook d6, Oof. I'm up a piece and this oh no, I won't even try to calculate that. King e7 is okay, bishop d2, and f6 of course being the best move. Rook d8, king f7, best move. I played it in a few seconds. Now bishop c4, I played rook d8, and on the next move my opponent resigned. Yes, it's hard to imagine that the next move my opponent will resign. Well, the move was knight c3. And I play knight b6. Knight b6, excuse me. Game over. GG. Why? Well, if you move the bishop, I take you here. How can I make the position ends here? And then I just analyze the game. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. So here, the position is just lost. If knight b6, and let's say g4, I can simply, why can't I take here? Bishop d2, excuse me. But this is still winning. But still, I should have been precise here. After g4, knight takes, pawn takes, and simply here. If takes, then I take, and if takes, then I take. Easy as that. There is one idea. If I play h6 here, I can just probably lose the game due to this tactic. And now this is a fork indeed. And after king f7 here, then I have bishop b4. Rook e2 only move, and it's a draw. But of course, after knight b6, I'm attacking your bishop. I'm also, attacking your bishop like this. My opponent simply resigned. It was game over after the move knight to b6. I mean, can you imagine that after rook d8, I win next move? And I simply gained 8 rating points. Now I'm at 1991. And as always, if you have anything to tell me, please let me know in the comments below. I will be reading and answering all of the comments. And as always as well, if you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me out. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.